What is going on, guys? We are back on the K24 RX8. Did a couple things in between these videos, but not a whole lot, just a little bit of cutting and stuff. I'll show you that. I'll go over what we did on the last video in case you missed that. And now we're going to get started on the turbo manifold. And who knows what else, getting it fit up in there and stuff. And hopefully we can get something going. Now, a little bit of what I've done is I cut all this section out right there, which was part of that cowl. I'm going to have to fill in here because this goes inside the car and that's going to get loud and all kinds of other stuff. Cut a little bit more of the firewall. Still need to trim a little bit there, I think. I got the motor sitting almost, we're about that far from sitting on the trans, which is a lot closer than we were before. I had to cut. Don't know if you could see it. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. So I had to cut the adapter plate down in there. Had to cut the adapter plate down in there, and that is because the slave cylinder stuck out past the transmission. I'm sure Brett Collins will fix that in later iterations of the adapter kit. I also had to take a little notch out of the bell housing. Both of those I will show you next time I pull the motor out of here, just so you know what's going on if you're doing this for yourself. Cut a little bit more of the front subframe because I had to do that in order to get the motor to fit down in there. And of course, you know, I want the motor to sit as low as possible for low center of gravity. I may cut a little bit more out of here to get room for this, or maybe I'll just put a really tight 90 fitting there and just hammer the firewall a little bit. So we'll see about that. There's also 3 sensors on the back, so all those need, you know, wires, and they need clearance to get to the wires. So we got to make sure we have good serviceability, because right now it's a little too tight for that. Another thing I did, which kind of goes with my adjustable alternator mount that I made, is I took the ABS pump out and just moved it out of the way for now. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. I also cut this lower mount here just a little bit, and I'll probably finish cutting it since it's still sort of in the way with the belt, you know, not fully tight. But it kind of depends on if the motor shifts a little left or right. Not a big deal either way, but this is definitely going to be in the way. I may move it inside the car. I may delete it because it kind of sucks anyways. Or maybe I'll just fucking, you know, move it somewhere. Now here is the start of my turbo manifold. Already welded that one up. Did a pretty decent job, I'd say. I'm getting better. Oh, it doesn't want to focus, but yeah, getting a little better with it. So kind of happy about that. It's going to be, you know, this one's going to be about there. So fairly short runners. And then just a little T25 housing just for clearance reasons. This one is going to be a bitch because, you know, that goes there, and then this one's going to have to do something, get a little extra length rather than just going boom, boom. And then these will be pretty easy. I think I'm going to go this one to there and this one to there, or maybe the other way around. I don't remember, but we'll get that figured out when we get there. Now I got this one right here all fitted up and welded. I'm waiting until I get some other ones in place before I start welding them in. I'm trying a little different technique than I usually use. And I'm gonna weld this, and then maybe weld one of these before I get the other one in. You know, weld up in there just to make it easier for me. But this one fits up there pretty fucking nice. Boom. Now I'm working on the next one, which is here. So this one's going to be about like that. Needs a little bit of grinding to, you know, just take off that. So it'll sit like that. And this one is going to be the longest runner. They're definitely not equal length at all, but that's not really what I'm going for. But they're very straight, so it should flow very well. And hopefully I have, you know, quick spool time and stuff like that. All right, we're gonna pepper spray Grant. That's it.
That's the intro.
Oh no, we're mid video right now.
Oh, this is mid video.
Yeah.
Get you with that, or
Yeah, get him with that.
I don't know. Run up the pressure washing.
No.
You know, I'm just making like.
I don't know how bad this is gonna be. I don't want to get. Should we do it like right here?
I would do it
Yeah.
outside.
It's baby. We're testing it out for her safety.
Yeah, fuck it.
This is for you.
Thank you.
Ready?
Should I do this?
Yeah, of course.
I don't want to.
Oh fuck!
Great.
Oh, that makes it worse! Fuck! Fuck!
You got.
That was me. That was me.
Oh.
You want more water?
I don't know, dog. This makes it worse.
It actually got me a little bit. It got me a little
Oh,
bit.
I spit my own fucking face.
Right, lay down. You're really dirty now.
Well, it worked.
Wait, I don't want it like a fucking jet in your face. There we go.
Yes.
Guys have to wipe yourself off.
Oh. So I got a little bit ahead of myself. Ended up welding all of it. I used this 1/2-inch thick piece of aluminum, drilled the 5 holes in it, and used it as basically a heat sink. And got it pretty flat. There's a little bit of warpage there. I had a little mess up there with the welder, but other than that, the welds look pretty decent. You know, not perfect. Welding to this was kind of a bitch. This is cast stainless apparently, but it was just not very happy to weld. And then of course welding in all the little pockets, that really sucks, but I got it all. Everything's all welded. So now we can throw this on the car for the test fit and see what it's looking like, you know. Oh, also, got rid of the plywood splitter for some Alumalite or polymetal, so that'll be a lot nicer. Boom, just like that. Turbo sits nice and high up, just how it should. I think it clears the hood, but if it doesn't, I'm okay with cutting a hole in the hood, because why the fuck not? If you look, you can see a little gap there, so I may go to the machine shop and have them just deck it down, because that's usually necessary no matter what, especially if you suck at welding like me. But now I can eyeball what I can do for the exhaust and order those parts and get to that. Oh, I got a ton more stuff done. Turbo manifold is partially installed. I'm still going to get the flange decked flat because there's a little gap. Did all the wiring. I left that off the video because it was very tedious and I had to pay attention to it. This is the oxygen sensor, which I'm running an inline AEM wideband. So this right here is all my wideband controller. There's no gauge, and it just wires directly into the ECU. VTEC solenoid, CAS, VTC solenoid. Running this ISR adapter with a RX8 coolant temperature sensor. Got the radiator hoses all done. I will show you those in a second. RX8 throttle body with our sideways fab adapter. 1000cc injectors with their little adapter harnesses. Still need one connector for this injector there. Coil pack harnesses. Back here is the cam angle sensors. There's one for each cam. Everything tucks nicely up under here. I'm not going to finish off any of this harness until after the engine runs, just because I want to make sure it's all good. Make sure there's no problems, make sure I don't want to add anything, and then we'll get it all tucked and everything. Up under here, I used an adapter. They make an adapter stud that threads into the block on the Honda, and it lets you run the 2-pin RX8 knock sensor. So I'm running that. I'm running 1 wire on the alternator, which I will show you if I can get to it. So that wire right there is running to a switched 12 volt, which is on the RX8 harness is the white with red tracer. I'm not going to get too in depth on the harness stuff because it's complicated and yeah, it would take a whole hour. And then the only other thing under here, I think, is the transmission harness running to the transmission, which just has 2 plugs, which are the reverse sensor, I believe. I got rid of the neutral sensor because that's useless. And then this one right here is going to be a boost controller. So put a douche connector on that, douche connector here for the oxygen sensor, and it is all good. Now with the lower engine harness, which is this right here, this is all unmodified actually. There's the 2 power plugs, which are bolted down right here, and then 1 plug for the starter harness, and this other little plug, which I don't know, but it's irrelevant. It fits from alternator to starter. There's a little extra wire, but not a big deal. It'll work perfectly fine. And then right here, these are the radiator hoses I used. Let's see, we got a Dayco E72004. We got a Dayco E71976. And we got a Dayco E71036. Now, I got those in the video for my record and for yours. This is a factory RX8 coolant hose, and this is a factory RX8 coolant hose. This one had to be cut a little bit. I think this one is just fully factory. Coolant adapter here. Factory RX8 upper coolant adapter there. And then I need 1 adapter in there that's going to be a little bit longer. It'll probably be about that long, you know, decent size. And yeah. And that is all for this video on the K24 Swapped RX8. Be sure to subscribe. I don't know if you just saw a moth just flew right by the camera. It's also really late right now. But subscribe, and on the next video, I think we should be able to start it up. We're really close. We're like this close. So, thanks for watching.